Right. I find a lot of difficulties to get this video set up. I'm not making the video itself, but just to put it online or put it on my YouTube. So I'm sorry for that if it's take a lot longer than what you're expecting. But anyway, let's just start before I get really feel frustrated again. So anyway, we practice with square breath to start with, which is the equal breath. In Sanskrit, we call it Samavriti. So we start with the breathing for 6 rounds. I'm sure you all remember how to practice Samavriti, the square breath, which is breathe into 4, hold your breath for 4, exhale for 4, hold again your breath for 4, and then start again with your inhale. Hold, exhale, hold. Okay? Take the breathing soft and gentle so you can get it really easily with the practice. Okay, you don't want to feel really tense, especially on your shoulders. Let's start now. So place your hands in your chin mudra, as you all know. Raise the hands. Keep the arms nice and lengthened. Sit upright. Have your spine nice and lengthened. And close your eyes. And gently inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Practice 4 more rounds, exactly the same. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more rounds in your own time. Last one, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently relax your shoulders, relax your arms, but keep your eyes closed just for a few more moments. Place your hands in the center of your sitting if you want to. Thumb lightly touch. Settle the breathing back to normal. Then gently open your eyes. Right? Now the practice for, well, basically this is in the afternoon. It's almost 2 o'clock. In fact, yes, 2 o'clock exactly. So we are going to practice all grounding pose. Still, the movement, the pose will be holding for just 3 to 5 breaths. Okay, so a lot of hip, lower body opening for today practice, for this afternoon practice. Okay, slowly from here, if you want to have you sitting with a little support, which I'm not going to use my cushions, but I'm going to use the blanket for my sitting. Now you can sit without any support if you feel that your hips are not open, but it's really nice to sit with a blanket to support, with a blanket, roll blanket underneath you. Okay, slowly from here, roll your shoulders a little bit more back and forth. Just loosen up. Use your inhaling and exhaling. Keep your spine nice and lengthened. And then slowly from here, walk your hands forward. As forward as you can until you feel that is really enough for you as you come into your halfway. Then rotation, coming forward, come from your hip crease, so you can go maybe a little bit more deeper. But keep your spine nice and lengthened. There is no rounded on the back. So press your hands a little bit more. You can have your arms nice and lengthened, or you can lower your elbows down to your forward fold. I don't want you to send your head down. I want you to look forward toward the front of your mat or the floor. Stay here, 3 breaths. And gently, if you feel you're able to go a little bit more deeper, have your arms a lot more forward and then lower your forearm down to the floor. And this time you can have your head lower down slightly. But please don't sink your head down. Just keep looking toward the front of your mat. Stay there. This is really good to start with the opening, gentle opening for your hips, and also stretch your back. And then with your exhale, come up, walk your hand gently towards yourself, and then keep your spine back nice and lengthened. Place your right hand down, and then take your left arm up, bending the elbow of your right hand if you want to. Then gently keep your chest nice and open, your left arm over your head, but keep it just closer toward your ears. What I mean is don't go forward. Okay, with your arm, keep it nice and lengthened over your head. Gently, you get the lateral stretch on your left side as you're bending your right elbow. 3 breaths, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale. Gently release your left hand down and place it just next to your thigh, right on the mat. And take your right arm up and high. Feel you already start feeling all the stretch on that right side of the body, and place your arm really over your head, bending the left elbow and then gently come into your lateral stretch. You can go deeper if you want, you can go a little lower if you feel you're able to, but please just enjoy this lateral stretch without too much force. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and slowly release your right hand down. Keep your spine again nice and lengthened, chest nice and open. Then we're going to do for a gentle twist. So left hand forward, right in the center of your sitting, right arms behind you. And try not to have your right arm way too far away from you, so you're tilting back. You want to keep your hands rested in the center, your left hand in the center, the right hand behind you, in the center between your sitting. It will feel a lot better. Then chest nice and open again, and inhale, twist to the right. You can have your head just looking up forward, or if you have no problem whatsoever with your neck, maybe you can send your head toward your right shoulder. Stay there for just 2 breaths here, because we'd already stay a little longer. So lastly, exhale, come back to center. Now we just walk the hands, right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. Remember, don't place your hands too much back, so you're going to tilt back. You don't want that. You want to keep your spine nice and lengthened. Then gently from here, inhale, back, lengthening your spine, and then twist to the left. Remember, you look forward, not to the front, look toward the side that you're going to, or if it's no problem, look to your right shoulder. This is get you stretch also on your neck, on your right side, and of course the twist, which is really good. That will make you feel a lot more energetic later on, and it is also really nice for the movement later on that we're going to do. One more inhale, exhale, and then gently back with your hands at the front. Then we're going to come to forward fold again. Walk your hands again forward, forward as you can, and then lower the elbows down, so your forearm will be down to the floor. Keep nice and lengthen of your spine, and 3 breaths. If you want to go more deeper, just place your hands more forward and then lower your head down toward the floor. This is really quite deep, so please don't force the pose. Feel really nice and easy in the pose, instead of feeling rigid. Exhale, and then gently walk your hands again to the center. Right, I'm going to take my roll blanket to the side. From here, come into your Paschimottanasana. Legs nice and lengthened. And I'm going to do it this way, so I'm going to face toward the front of my mat. Gently from here, let's take your arm to the side. Keep again that nice lengthening the side of the body. Keep your toes a lift up, flex your feet, then gently make again the rotation to go forward from your hip joints. And as you exhale, lower your hands down. Now you probably will be able to see it really clearly here where I have my spine. You don't want to round your back to really want it to go lower. So I'd like you to keep your spine nice and lengthened, your toes up toward the ceiling, soften with your knees. Really, you don't have to put too much tension on the back of your legs, and gently from here, stay in your pose, in your Paschimottanasana. If you're able to go deeper, maybe place your hands behind your feet, behind the sole of your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that energetic energy coming as you stretch really quite deep in here. And some of you can go a little lower. Remember, you have choice. Stay in this pose with your hands right behind the back of behind the sole of your feet. Or if it's not possible, just have your hands on your ankles. And keep your spine nice and lengthened. Slowly from here, with your complete exhale, come up to sitting. Now we're coming to the Janursisasana, so one leg. Just start bending the leg, your right leg of course. Have the leg closer towards you. So keep that really nice. And maybe if you can have your torso a little bit more lift up, it's even better. And slowly from here, drop your knee down, the whole leg down to the floor. I'm gonna go this way again. So this is your Janursisasana. Right, spine nice and lengthened. Remember again the rotations coming from your hip joint as you're coming forward. Your head now toward your left leg. Good, as deep as you can. But don't forget your breathing. 3 breaths in here. Gently exhale completely. Come up. Now we're coming to the 3 legs triangle Mukaika Pada Paschimottanasana. So your right leg bending the knee and then send the foot to the side. And as you're doing that, try as much as possible to have your toes touching the floor. But if it's not possible, it's also fine. Now lengthening your spine again and gently coming forward. Have your torso toward the left side, so you're not going to the side or not to the other side, just forward, forward, good, gently. You can have your knees slightly going to the side, because that's what I like to do. So from here, forearm down to the floor, forearms down to the floor, or you can have a little bit more forward, it's up to you. Stay here. Now for another 3 breaths. Exhale. Walk your hand. Right. Now let's do the other side. Lengthen your right leg first. And take your left leg, bending the knee, and have the foot closer towards your groin, and then gently keep the legs as closer as possible so you get, but remember, this maybe if you feel a little bit more flexible, but if you're not, just place your foot a little bit more forward, that's also fine. Then from here, especially if you have your knee still quite high, that's okay, go a little bit forward. But if you feel alright, just have the foot as closer towards your groin. Keep your spine again nice and lengthened, and then come forward with your Janursisasana. Stay here for nice 3 breaths again. Remember your side, your one side, either your left or your right, is always tighter than the other. So don't worry about it. Keep practice. Now exhale. Come up. Now from here, let's come in with your Mukhaika Pada Paschimottanasana. So grab your ankle and then send your leg back on your left side, of course. Settle your sitting. Have your foot not underneath your sitting. Just place it to the side slightly. Then if it's okay to have your toes touching to the floor, it's even better. Remember, just go as far as you can. The body will be still get the advantage of the pose. Toes, your right leg lift up and gently from here come to your forward again. Toward your right leg this time. And exhale, come up. Right, let's come back to your forward. Paschimottanasana. This time, let's see if you can go a little deeper. So lengthen your arms. Again, give the space, give that feeling of the side stretch here. Toes lift up toward the ceiling. Exhale completely. And then lower your head down. This time, I'd like you to go a little deeper if it's possible. If it's not, remember, just go as far as you can. And then exhale completely. And goes to wherever you want it to be. Wherever the hands land. And just stay there. Opening of lower body. It is really nice to practice in the afternoon or in the evening before you go to bed. This will give you feel more relaxed and gently come up. Okay, now let's have your legs widely to the side. And then from here, remember, if you still have your legs a little bit narrower, it's also fine. Okay, it depends on where your flexibility. So don't feel sorry for yourself, because it will take a long time before anybody able to go with wider legs. So go as far as you can. Remember again, practice your ahimsa. Be kind to your body. No matter you are in this practice, you still feel the advantage of the pose itself, the poses itself. So slowly from here. Now slightly different. Earlier we practiced forward fold with our legs crossed. So this time with wide leg. Could be more of your hamstring, feel the stretch. Softening your knees and then come forward. Of course, your 3 breaths here. Remember your toes. Look towards your left, to your right. And see if the toes really lift up. At the same time, softening the knees. It is important to do that instead of you feel that you have to really have legs straight. No, you don't have to. And gently from here, come a little forward if your hips or your pelvic floor allowing you to. Good. And go a little bit more forward with your arms. Lower your head slightly down, but remember not sinking. Look toward your fingertips maybe. Good. And slowly, gently walk your hands towards you, back towards you. And then sit up straight. Bending again, your left leg this time. Sorry, your right leg this time. Now, wait, forward fold. A lot of forward fold, the practice of your afternoon practice today. So come back, sending your hands forward. Of course, there will be your exhale. Walk your hands towards you. With the leg back to the right side, bending the left leg. And then come back again to your forward fold. All these poses, really good to practice at least twice a week, And then you'll be surprised how much flexibility you'll have on your lower body especially. And then one day, we are all going to practice Kurkumasana, the tortoise pose, which need a lot of the hips, lower body to be open. And of course, with your shoulder flexibility, your upper body, your shoulders, your side, your rib cage, because we are doing a lot of in Kurkumasana. There's a lot of flexibility needed for lower and upper body. So now we're done with the left side. So we're going to go to the lateral stretch again. Start with the right side. So your right arm on top of your right leg. Grab your big toe if you can, or just have your hand holding onto your ankle. It's up to you, wherever you are. Remember. Then from here I will have my big toe grab. Then from here, roll your shoulders slightly back, so you have your chest a lot more open. Again, your left arm up, over your head, and then gently sinking lower if you can. Go, stay here. If you're really quite flexible, maybe you can have your elbow down toward the floor, and then go deeper with your side stretch. If it's not, you're probably just here. It's also fine. If I like this better. I feel I don't have to force to go deeper. One more inhale. One more exhale. Release your hand down, left hand down, back to center for a moment. Then gently slide your left hand toward the top of your leg. Grab your big toe or your ankles. Your chest nice and open. Right arm up over your head. And inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, lower your right arm down. Keep your chest nice and open. You can look up slightly, but of course don't look down. Look up, so make the stretch deeper. Feeling more of that nice opening of the right side of the body. One more inhale. One more exhale. Gently release your right hand down and back to center. Coming back, and this time with slightly wider, place your feet about the corner of your mat, the side of your mat, and then gently coming forward. As you come forward, again reach for your big toes, and then feel you have some space for your torso to go right in the center. And now you can round your back here. Your head down toward the floor. Slightly different this time. It's the back of your body that feel more of the stretch. You still have a little bit stretch of the hamstring, but a lot more deeper on your back here. One more inhale. One more exhale. Gently come back. Okay, now from here we're coming to downward dog. So I'm gonna go back to my regular mat, not the extra mat. So coming straight away to downward dog. So from here, spread your fingers first. It's always good to start with your fingers down to the mat, with your hands down to the mat, spreading your fingers. Keep this separate between the fingers. So this will give you more strength for your upper body. So it's not the whole of your wrists doing the work. And then tucking your toes. Exhale, a downward dog. I'm going to go walk a little bit more back slightly and stay in 5 breaths. Stay 5 breaths in your downward dog. Gently, gently softening the knees. Step your left foot slightly forward. We are coming to 3-legged dog. So I want you to really support your left side of the body as you're taking your right leg up high. Take as high as you can. Try not to lift your right hip up. You want to keep it as much as possible square in this 3-legged dog. Stay here for one more inhale, one more exhale, and then gently from here bending the knee and send your heels as closer as possible toward your buttock and your knee up high. One more inhale, one more exhale. Gently bending the left knee, send the right foot forward and then lower the left knee down. We come into lizard pose, so place both hands to the inside of the leg And then have your right leg a little bit more wider to the sides if you wanted to. In fact, that will give you a little bit more deeper on the pose. And then stay here just for 3 breaths before we lowering the forearm down to the floor. And keep the left leg nice and straight. Point your toes back. So try not to curl your toes. Point it back. Good. Now we've done 3 breaths here. Slowly lower your forearm down to the floor. Some of you probably need something to support. So have, nice if you have a block with you. But if you don't, use book, 2 books maybe, that will get you to go deeper with this pose if you want, with your forearm down to the floor. But if it's not, just stay with your hands down to the floor until you really get used to the pose, and also your body allowing you to go deeper. Stay here for 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale, and slowly we're coming back to downward dog. Tuck in your toes, place your hand slightly closer, get yourself ready, lift the knee off the floor and stepping your right leg back. 3 more breaths here in downward dog. Good. Softening the knees if you need to. 2, 3. Gently walk your foot, your right foot a little bit more forward to give you support for your right side of the body as you're taking your left leg up higher. Remember, you're not having your hip higher, so you want it to keep it more square. Take your leg straight back. Point your toes if you want to, or just flex. It's up to you. Stay here 1 more breath. Gently from here. Exhale, bending the knee. Send your heels towards your buttock. Send the knee higher toward the ceiling. Remember, only as high as you can. Try as much as possible. Square the hips. And then gently, with your exhale, sending the foot toward the left side, next to your left hand. Lower your right knee down to the floor. And gently walk your foot again to the side, a little bit narrower to the edge of the mat, and then have your hands in lizard pose. 3 breaths. It's 2 already. And gently from here, coming a little deeper if you wanted to. Remember, your block can help you if you have one to go deeper. 2 books, maybe 2 thick books can help you if you want to start going a little deeper. One more complete breath. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale completely. Hands slightly forward, coming back to downward dog. Stepping your left leg back. Stay again for 3 breaths in downward dog. Then slowly from here, step just a few inches of your left foot forward. A bit closer also, a little bit more closer toward. It's So by doing that, you can have the whole of your foot grounded to the floor. Again, take your right leg up to your three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, bending the knee, and send your heels again back closer towards your buttock. One more inhale, exhale, and keep bending the knee. And this time you're going to send the knee towards your right hand. And then gently slide your left leg back more. So you're keeping your left leg nice and lengthened. Toes, send it back. And then from here, you come into your pigeon pose. So in your pigeon pose, you can also have the help of your roll blanket. Place it underneath your buttock to support your sitting, and then walk your foot a little bit more, your leg a little bit more forwards, almost square. Because from here we're going to practice the square, the Agni Stambhasana, which is the fire log pose. So stay here for a few more breaths. If you're already here, well, I am explaining everything. Good. And then you stay longer. So from here, just keep looking forward if you can. One more. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Now slowly from here, you're going to take the left leg forward. As you're doing that, you can keep adjusting yourself, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my roll blanket to sit on it. Then I'm going to have a flat block or book, if you have with you, to support your left leg. I know some of you are able to go straight away, but let's pay attention. I'm going to go toward this side again so you can see it better. So I'm going to turn my body to that side. Come back to halfway of the pigeon pose. Now, what we're looking for, concentrate on my right leg. You want to have your knees as level as possible toward your hip. So, and then also your foot as forward as possible. With your foot flex. Okay, so this is need to be square. Okay, then slowly from here, the other leg. So if you're able to have your leg on top of the other leg, even better. But if your knee is still quite high, I prefer you to have your foot right in front of your right leg and stay here. Most important thing is to have your hip more open by placing your knees as level, as almost level, maybe not so much level because that is going to be very difficult, but make it as square as possible so your knee is not going to go to the side. If you think you're able to do it and then you go here, still not. Yeah. So I'd like you to concentrate on that to get the hips a lot more open. Let's stay here. I think we're done with 3 breaths already. So we're going back to the pigeon pose from here. Before the pigeon pose, stand up. So let's have this. to the side. Take your left leg back and then gently come back to downward dog. Three breaths in your downward dog again. And remember, try to place your hand in your downward dog and not too close. You can do this, but you feel there is not much space for your shoulders to be open. So this is why I always have my hands slightly wider. By doing that, I can send my shoulders back more. Then we're going to do the left side on the pigeon pose. So remember, your left foot slightly in, place it a little bit more forward, right leg up, left leg, sorry, up high. Keep your hips square. Don't lift your hips up. 3 breaths. And gently bending the knee. Send your heel towards your buttock. Send the knee higher. And remember, if you're high but you're here, it doesn't have that advantage that we're needing for. So keep it square as possible. And slowly from here, bending the right leg. Keep the bending knee of your left and then send the knee towards your left hand. Then again, I'm going to use my roll blanket to sit on it. And slowly take the left leg. Make it as square as possible. And stay in your pose. And after you're done your 3 breaths, place the block or book, and then sending your right leg forward. Again, before all that, adjust that your left leg a little bit more squarer. Remember, the knee is almost level with your hips. As I always have problem with my left side, I'm going to have something to support my left leg. And then I think my right leg is much better, so I'm okay with this. So we're coming to stay now in the fire log pose. Remember, a lot more squarer on your legs, on your toes toward the front, so you're flexing your feet, and stay here. Exhale completely. Nice. I'm going to move all these props to the side. I'll probably still need this blanket. Okay. And slowly from here, we're coming back to downward dog. But I'm going to go again toward my own mat. 3 breaths again here, please. Remember, have your hands a little wider. Placement of the hands a little wider, then you can have a lot more space for your shoulders to go back. You can feel the difference when you have your hands too close toward each other and then you try to come to your downward dog. Feel so restricted in this pose, especially for your shoulders. So place your hands a little wider. That's why it's good. In fact, that's what you need, especially when you feel so much tense on the shoulders. And gently from here, lower the knees down to the floor. come in to your Vajrasana. And then from here, we're coming to do shoelace pose. Gomukhasana. So I'm going to face you again. So lowering your body down to the floor. Lengthen your legs. Gently taking your right leg to the side. Good. And then left leg bend. Send your foot to the side. Come forward. This is an easy way for you to go to place your knee on top of each other. Spread your legs, your feet widely to the side so you get the space for you to sit. And then gently lower your bottom down. Now you're in shoelace pose. If this is really difficult for you to do because of whatever problem you have on your hips, your knees, you can go do this pose lying down. As could be help you a little bit more. Now I'm going to show you first where anyone that's already practiced this in this pose, which is okay sitting down, and I'm just going to show you for a moment how you can practice this pose with you lying down. Two, sunshine on my face. So from here, just take your right leg on top of your left, knee to knee, widen your leg to the side. And then from here, take your feet a little wider to the side so you really feel that your outer hips, your back of your thighs, your glutes, so that's feeling of the stretch. Then if it's possible, send your knee a little closer to you. You're exactly the same with your sitting Gomukhasana or shoelace pose. Right. And gently, I'm gonna come back to the sitting shoelace pose. Good. Now let's do this pose also with the arms. The arms, we practice that on the first video I have with the Garuda pose. So you have your left leg. Yeah, where do I have my left leg? Never mind. I have my left leg, so I have my right arm on top. Garuda pose. Face the palms of your hand toward each other. Grab your wrist of your right hand and then look up. Send the elbows slightly higher and get more of the stretch for your back and of course also your shoulders. Stay here for 3 breaths. Gently release your arms. Then take your legs back. Lengthen your legs, extend it forward. And stay there for a few moments before we do the other side. As I'm already done my left side, you guys are going to do the left side and I'm going to do my right side. So gently from here, have your left leg to the side, right leg outside, and then gently come forward. Place your knee on top of the other knee, spread your legs widely to the side, and then gently lower your body down. Good, stay here for a few moments. Remember, if you're struggling in this pose, go lie down and do just like what I'm showing you a little bit earlier. Okay, and gently. Now, your left arm on top, right arm right around, wrap around the left, and grab your wrist or wherever you got longer arms, probably your hands able to go a little bit more closer towards your left hand. Gently from here, lift up your elbows a little higher so you get nice stretch this time. Also on your back body. Feel that your trapezius, your rhomboid of this nice gentle Garuda pose. You can also go lowering your Garuda pose and go a little bit more forward. And I'm going to stay up here. One last inhale, one last exhale. Gently release your arms and take back your legs, extending them forward. Good. And slowly coming again to your forward fold, to your Paschimottanasana. As I have sunshine right on the mat where I want it to be, so I'm just going to go to the other side. So from here, coming back. Now this time you're going to lie down on your back for a few more poses before we're going to end it. So gently relax the body down. I have to check that I'm going to be right in the center of my mat, not like what I was practicing the first of the video. If you guys remember, my head is on the other side, my legs is not on the mat, so I'm gonna go and try to be nice center on my mat and gently from here take your legs up high. Take your legs up high as possible. Keep your knee lengthened. So there is no more bending, if it's possible, of course. And then take your arms to the side with the goal pose. Or if you don't like goal pose with your hands, you have your hands slightly wider to the side. Now you can soften the knees only a little bit. And you're going to have your legs, send them towards your right side. Good. Halfway. Not even halfway. Still higher. You're going to do a little twist here. Good. Engaging your belly. Stay 3, 2, 1. And then back to center. Remember, goal pose. Or hands to the side, away from your body. And then gently inhale, lengthen. Then as you exhale, lower halfway, this time to the left, your head to the right. This is quite strong pose here. Keep engaging your belly. 3, 2, 1. And back to center. Softening the knees. Lower your legs halfway. Halfway. Good. And stay here. Remember, goal pose with your arms if you want. Or hands to the side. Stay here. You're really strengthening your core there as you're engage your core at the same time and slowly bending the knees so much more. Send the knees towards your chest and wrap around
your legs with your arms. Stay there for a few more moments. And gently. Now you will all come into goal pose with this gentle twist. Sending both legs to the right. Lower your legs as much as possible and taking your knees as much as possible closer as possible. You'll have another nice twist. Feel that nice lengthening of the side. And also feel the twist, the lateral twist here from your left side of the body. You can relax your core here, relax your belly, and let the twist work. Gently take the legs up high, knees closer towards your chest, and then send the leg to the left. Send the head to the other side if you want to. And then take your leg back to the center. Right, let me check to see if I am right in the center of my mat again. Lower the body down. You can stay in your savasana. The movement and the practice today, just now, almost an hour ago, it's deeper, but there's no much energetic. It is energetic in a way, the prana moving to the body, but it is completely different than what we practiced in my first class. All the standing poses. So here you feel more grounded, and I hope you can feel more of the letting go feeling that you had right now. Stay a little longer in your savasana, as long as you like. And I'll see you again in the other video. So thank you all very much. I hope you keep practicing with all the videos. These videos that I'm sending you, and I will do a lot more. It's for your practice, so you can keep repeating what we have done in all the video that I'm going to send you. So keep practice.